There is so much need out there. There are so many children that truly need a loving home.
I was actually sitting in a nail salon one time, and this woman came up to me and asked me if I was the one who adopted.
Look to the sky. I'm with you.
And I said, I am the one. And she had a beautiful baby in her arms. She said, would you take her?
About the morning hour, reach my hands to the sky and pray. This is the day that you have made. Do you know peace? Do you know joy? Do you know peace?
Back after my son was born, Gwen and I had decided we had one boy and one girl, a perfect American family, and that we would stop having children. We were at a funeral a couple of years later. We were reacquainted with a 15-year-old boy that we had met. He used to spend his summers with my nephew. When I asked him, how you doing, Davey? And he said, well, I'm not doing too well. I've dropped out of school. I've moved out of my mom's house and I'm living with my uncle. And so I said, well, what would it take for you to get back to school? And he says, well, I can't do it right now. I don't have a place to stay really. You know, I have no income. I have no ability to go back to school. So Gwen and I prayed about it and talked about it. We said, Davey, why don't you come live with us? We'll put you back in school. You can have an opportunity to go to school and finish and basically live in our family. Our primary objective is to educate Christians in particular about what adoption's about. And God put it on our hearts that He wouldn't place these children in our lives if He wouldn't give us the capacity and the ability to be able to take care of them.
It's not the government's responsibility to take care of widows and orphans. It is the church's responsibility. I saw so many children that were already eligible for adoption in the state of Florida, and it really, really pressed upon my heart and my husband's after I shared it with him that we really need to help the state in some way, shape, or form, if they even need the help. In the United States, if you adopt within a state, it's free.
If you adopt through the state of Florida, they offer medical care for the children as well as education.
It's changed my life tremendously. I mean, like now I have a different perspective of what the family is.
I was kind of scared because I didn't know the language and I only hear like blah blah. I always, before I go to bed, would just think about the past and kind of try to forget about it because it's wonderful getting a new family.
When first they told me that I was going here, I really didn't want to come. Andre told me that it would be better for me to come here because I will have a real family and they will take care of me.
There's great demand for babies today in the marketplace for adoption. There's not a lot of demand for these older kids.
How brave the birth mothers are to recognize the fact that they really aren't in a position to meet those kids' needs. So they're the ones really sacrificing, but they're sacrificing in total love.
You know, but as parents, we have to die to ourselves. The Bible says that we are to die daily, you know, take up our cross and follow Christ. What would Christ do? Christ says, let the little ones come unto me.
There's no greater feeling to do what Christ did for us, you know, and adopt a kid and give them hope when they really didn't have hope.
Adoption is one of those things that once you start thinking about it, God just keeps taking you there. It's almost not even one of those things you even need to pray about. You just know.
I cannot fathom what it must be like to be a child without parents.
We already pray as an agency for the children that are available, that God would bring His elect to our seminar and that they would have homes.
We chose adoption because it was one of those things where God obviously opened a door, and we just had to be willing to step through it.
Some of these children don't have any direction at all. They're moved so much, there's no consistency in their life. So let's give them consistency and let them live in one home, a permanent home, a forever home.
Do you know joy?
Hey, what's up? I'm Toby Mac. If you've ever thought about adopting, or God has put on your heart to adopt a child, learn more about it. Because not only will you be a blessing to that child's life, but that child will be a blessing to you.